Hi everyone, welcome to VST's Code Day session for beginners. This is Shivkumar. The purpose of this presentation is to initiate our new range of VST's Code Day World for beginners. Introduction. There was a time when everyone used to write unit test cases in MS Excel with all the unit test steps, and the developer used to perform all these steps one by one by going through all the unit test cases and the steps associated with these unit tests. It is used to be certainly time consuming and lengthy process, especially if the application is big or the UI is complicated. The same unit test execution process used to become a bottleneck due to any code change, and large number of unit tests had to be executed manually in order to make sure that the new change has not broken any existing functionality. In today's fast pace, where everyone wants to get the work done quickly without manual intervention and in automated fashion. Yes, this world is moving towards automation. The automation testing is no way behind in any manner, being it functional testing or UI testing. Next question is, what is the motive behind automation testing? Manual testing is not efficient for using regression testing. Regression testing takes time and in few cases is performed comprehensively because of lack of automation. Microsoft Visual Studio enables you to create automated test cases from your manual tests. And next question is, we have unit tests. Why do we need to automate functional tests? Unit testing done properly, by definition, does not test integration. It doesn't test whole series of events, and that's what functional testing does. Also, unit testing user interfaces is fairly difficult. So many teams don't do it. So, although unit tests may give you 100% code coverage, they can never give you 100% functional coverage. Next question is, what to automate, when to automate, how to automate. First one is what to automate. It is not possible to automate everything in the software. However, the areas at which user can make transactions such as a login form or registration forms, etc., any area where large amount of users can access the software simultaneously should be automated. Next one, when to automate. Large and critical projects that require testing the same areas frequently, requirements not changing frequently, stable software with respect to manual testing, availability of time. Next one is how to automate. Automation is done by using a supportive computer language like C# scripting and an automated software application. Points are identifying areas within a software for automation. Next, selection of appropriate tool for our test automation, writing test scripts, development of test suites, execution of scripts, create result reports, identify any potential bug or performance issue. Next one is, this slide will show the difference between QTP, Selenium and coded UI. And coming to our favorite topic, coded UI test. Coded UI tests are the automated way of testing the application user interface. Automated tests is a form of testing to record the manual testing steps and then reruns the recorded steps without performing the entire manually again. The question is, what coded UI do? Coded UI just records what you do. So you are testing the application, but you only have to test it once. After that, it's able to run on its own. And next thing is how to create a coded UI test. Open your Visual Studio and click on new project. In that one, click on test and click on coded UI test project. Enter a name and click on OK. By the time of creating the project, it will show one window, that is generate code for Code.dot test, and it have two options. First option is record actions. When we click on this option, all the actions will get recorded when we stop and click on generate button, then the code will be automatically generated. Second one is use an existing action recording. When we click on this option, we can import the controls or code from an existing project to this project. In this one, we can click on use an existing action recording. It will display one window. We can create the Code.dot test without recording any actions. It will generate a code that is in .cs format. If the test project already exists in the solution, and then add a new test to the project using the context menu. Code.dot test1.cs, name of the file is generated based on the name of the test that is created. This file can be modified at any time. Come to the code. The name Code.dot test1 is the default name chosen by the system. If this file already exists, then the system increments the number associated with the name. Using is a keyword, it imports namespaces. So these are all namespaces. Namespace contains collection of classes. Within a namespace, we can declare another namespace also. Whatever we used keywords in our program, those keywords are available in namespaces. For example, using system, console.writeline Shiva, console.writeline Kumar. Here we have a system. System is a namespace and console is a class in that namespace. The using keyword can be used so that the complete name is not required. This entire code file contains one public class with the name Code.dot test1 with the Code.dot test attribute added to the class so that this class can be recognized as a test class. A test method named Code.dot test method 1 with the attribute test method. The test context object provides access to information about the currently executing test. All these methods are empty as the code for the test is not yet generated. And text context instance, it is a class. This is the same text context instance provided for unit tests as well. Get and set. Get and set are methods of a property. By using of these methods, we can control whether a property is read or write, read only or write only. Public and private are the access modifiers. It is for set the accessibility of classes, methods and other members. Here we have another one, that is void. Void is empty. It indicates that a method returns nothing. When a void method is invoked, it has no result and no variable can be assigned. Void is useful throughout your source code. In this we have two additional methods are available. These are commented out by default. A region titled additional test attributes contains two optional methods. Those are myTestInitialize and second one is myTestCleanup. myTestInitialize means it is called once before any other test methods during the test run. This is useful for initializing the tests and is identified as the initialize using the attribute test_initialize. Similarly, the other method is myTestCleanup. This method is called once after all the tests have been called, and this method is identified using the test attribute, that is test_cleanup. Up to this code is not yet generated. For this we have Code.dot test1.cs file is available. Next one is we can generate the code by using of Code.dot test builder. For this, click and right click, cursor must be in test method and then click on generate code for Code.dot test and click on Code.dot test builder. Test builder will be opened. In this we have four options. First one is record or stop or pause the actions. Second thing is whatever the tester record the steps, those steps are recorded here. In this edit is also available. Third one is add assertions. Fourth one is generate code. and close to finish recording. Click on generate code without recording any actions and click on generate button. After completion of code generating, close the test builder. Come to Solution Explorer. Before generating the code, we have only code.ia test1.cs file is available. But after generating the code in this, we have uimap.uitest, uimap.cs and uimap.designer.cs files are created. So completely 4 files are generated after generating the code. So you have to discuss these 4 files. First one is code.ia test1.cs. We have already discussed this earlier. So second one is uimap.designer.cs. Here we have uimap is available. So what is uimap? It is a class. It represents a map of user interface elements of serialization and deserialization of a UI test object. So in uimap.designer.cs, the code.ia test builder automatically creates the code in this file when a test is created. The file contains a uimap class which has the attribute generated code associated with it. The uimap class contains the definition of all the methods that were identified during recording. Do not modify this file directly. If you do this, the changes to the file will be overwritten. And next one is uimap.cs. The file contains the partial uimap class but does not contain any properties or methods initially. This partial class is split into uimap.designer.cs and uimap.cs. While uimap.designer.cs contains code generated by the tool and should not be edited. The uimap.cs file is the place where you would place all your customization. In this we have partial class. What is partial class? Partial class is a class that has been separated into parts. If you use the partial keyword when you are declaring a class, your class may be split into separate files. You can provide separate methods for the different parts of your class. This code is then gathered together during runtime and executed as a single unit. Next one is uimap.uitest. This is an XML file and which contains all windows, controls, methods, parameters, actions and assertions. The uimap test files are generated by test builder. It is not advisable to edit the files directly, but rather to use the uimap editor to work with the methods. Finally, these 4 files are generated for code.ia test. This slide will show the generated files and explanation also. Okay. This is the basic part of Visual Studio Code.ua. For further concepts in Visual Studio Code.ua, please wait for next session. Many thanks for your attention.